How to make parents cry. Yeah. Again, y'all, I have the best job in the world. Da, 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 da. And one of the best parts of my job is I get to remind parents that they're not crazy. And you'd be surprised at the number of people who basically cry because I tell them, oh, yeah, you're not crazy. This is why this is happening. This is why this exists, or this is why this is developing, and then the waterworks start. And it's always I wouldn't say that that's like my goal or intention, because it's not. My goal and intention is to connect with another human being and let them know that, yeah, what they're going through is actually expected given the set of circumstances that we find ourselves in. It just so happens that parents carry a lot, bless their hearts, they carry a lot of guilt and unreasonable expectations on their shoulders. And so part of me is like, golly, how do y'all even like function? Like, how do you even get through the day? Because they are so consumed with doing the quote unquote right thing, or, for lack of a better term, keeping up with the Joneses in whatever capacity that is. Sometimes it's like keeping up with the Joneses as far as making sure that kiddos have certain technology and a certain type of friend, or a certain number of friends, or going to the best school, or getting the best extracurricular opportunities, or I mean, it's a lot. And I'm like, y'all, you don't have to do all that. You're kind of doing the most. Just easy. Just, give them some food, give them shelter, make sure they have clothes on, send them to school. That's kind of it. You don't really have to do everything else. And especially don't be your kid's therapist, because I think that's in a different video. And if not, then we'll shoot it, because please don't be your kid's therapist, because you're terrible at it. Because all parents are terrible therapists for their own kids. And so, yeah. So, how to make parents cry? You just validate them that they are wonderful and doing a great job. If they're not doing a great job, you don't tell them, hey, you suck. That's terrible, because parenting is one of the hardest jobs in the world. And so, what I remind parents is, yeah, we do little tweaks. We'll get there. You don't have to overhaul everything. Generally, you're doing a good job. We'll tweak a few things get better. It's always funny it's even funnier for me to work with dads, because one of my dads was like, "Oh my gosh, this was so great! Thank you for all of this. Can I give you a hug?" And number one, hugs are always great. And number two, yes, you should always ask. You should never just assume that people want your hug, right? Because they may not be huggy people. I am a huggy person. I like hugs. Hugs are awesome. So, yeah. And so this dad was, tearing up and hugging, and I'm like, wow, I did something nice for somebody, I suppose. So, I'm sure that evening, and I always tell parents, behaviors get worse before they get better, as I'm coaching them and supporting them. So I'm sure that night was pure hell, but hopefully the kid is doing fine. I haven't seen any messages in my inbox since then. So I'm going to assume that everything is grand and peachy. And so, yeah, so that's how to best make parents cry, is remind them that they're wonderful.